Hello, everybody. Mr. Watrous here. Today I'm going to be talking about how to create a line graph in Google Sheets. So, really useful skill. I know a lot of you have experience using Excel, and if you're pretty comfortable with Excel, this should be nice and super easy for you. So, the first thing that you do is you pick what you want to graph. And so for us, that's going to be our period time in seconds, right? Because we're looking at our period time. So once you find your dependent variable, you highlight those numbers and then you go to Insert and then Chart. And so what this does is it takes those numbers and just stacks them right on top of each other, right? This doesn't have an axis or anything like that. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and give it an axis. Do you see how this x-axis right here is blank? And so looking for our dependent variable, what were we changing right here? Well, we were changing our pendulum length, right? We were interested to see how the pendulum length can change something. If you lose that tab, that's okay. You just click on these little dots right here and you select Edit Chart, and that'll pull up this thing that I was working with earlier. And so you go ahead and select x-axis right here, and you can select this range of values. And you can see right away that automatically our points are now based off of something, right? We have 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. These are all meters that we measured with our simulation. And so this chart's looking pretty good. There's just a couple things that you just need to edit so that it just looks a little better. It looks a little more professional, right? And so the first thing I want to change is I want to have it be a line graph and not just a scatter plot. And so you can click on chart type up here and you can choose between bar graph or anything like that. But what we're looking for right now is a line graph. And so that gives us like a nice curve that we want to look for. And then you can customize it. And what specifically is important in science is to always have your units and to always have your titles, right? And so our chart title right here, we're looking at our period versus length of pendulum, right? And so that's going to be our title. It's a little tricky in Google trying to get different titles, but if you go to chart and axis title, this has a drop down menu. You can click right here, which will take you to your horizontal axis title. So here, right here, we're looking at our dependent variable, and that's going to be the length of our pendulum. And we know that's going to be in meters. And if we look at our vertical axis title, it's actually already filled it in for us because it saw that we had that little header above. And so we already can see that it's the period timer in seconds. And so if you want to change the colors, you can and everything like that. But I'd say this graph looks good to go. All right, everyone, have a good one and best of luck making your graphs.